I usually like to start with is the lowest hanging fruit. Many people don't know that there are ways where you can actually get paid passively or automatically from something that you didn't have to create, that you don't have to worry about shipping or packaging or anything or fulfillment, and you can still get paid. And this is one way of making passive income. It's called affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing means that, for example, have you ever recommended a restaurant to your friend?
Yes.
Yes. Now, after you recommended that restaurant to your friend, did the restaurant come back and say, hey, guess what? We are so thankful that you recommended your friend to us. Here goes $100.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, right? Or you recommended a movie, say, oh, you got to catch that movie. Did the movie theater say, hey, thank you for telling your friend about the movie. Here goes $50. No, that doesn't happen. Well, it doesn't happen for the people that don't know, but there's this thing called affiliate marketing, which is the same concept. It means that when you sign up for an affiliate program, right, most companies that you didn't even know about or that you didn't even think have affiliate programs. They assign you your unique ID. And then if there's a certain audience that loves to purchase things from that business or types of business like that, then guess what? Every time you send them a customer, they'll send you a referral commission just for sending them. And then there are popular programs such as Amazon Associates. That's the name of their affiliate program. Home Depot has an affiliate program. The list goes on and on and on. For example, let's say that you have a YouTube channel. A lot of college students, they have their own social media and they have a YouTube channel. Most students don't know that if you build enough traffic on your YouTube channel, if you build it up to at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours, Google AdSense, who owns YouTube, will end up paying you every single month just because you're building traffic and you have that viewership. Now, let's say that your channel was focused on green grass or botany or something like that. Guess what? Now, if you're an affiliate of Home Depot or Lowe's, for example, I'm not going to be biased, Lowe's, Home Depot, any of those hardware stores. For example, let's say that they offer a product like fertilizer, and then you're interviewing the top experts on lawn care and green grass. Guess what? Now you can put the link in the description and just say, hey, the fertilizer that this expert just mentioned, the link is in the description. Somebody clicks the link in the description, and every time somebody goes through that link to purchase that fertilizer, you're going to get a commission. When these students are doing these things with video and social media, it's like I show them ways that they can monetize it so that they're not doing the work in vain, so to speak. And those are just a couple examples.
Love it. In terms of finding the money or getting the scholarships, how can students prepare so that they have a better shot at getting those scholarships?
One of the biggest hurdles or challenges that the students tell me that they face is that they don't want to write those essays. They said most of these scholarships have essays, and number one, they don't know where to find the scholarships. And when they do find the scholarship, they don't know what to write about. What I'll go over are the 5 essential essays that you need to increase your chances for getting scholarship. Because once you have these 5 scholarships, guess what? You can reuse them, repurpose them, and then tweak them because they fit all the different categories 99% of the time of what people will ask. Okay. Once you have these essays, then I'll tell you what to do next. The very first essay I like to tell people to have ready is talk about the rags to riches story. And I call it rags to riches because it's just catchy and people remember it. But you can name it whatever you want. But it's still on the same premise that what kind of challenges did you have or what type of obstacles did you have to overcome and how did you overcome them? And where do you plan on going? So what type of challenges did you overcome? How did you get to where you are and where do you plan on going? And the thing is with that is that organizations and donors want to see that if you're hit with hard times while you're enrolled in school, you're not going to give up. You're not going to drop out. They know that you have the grit and you have the determination to push through your challenges in order to make it to the other side. And it makes them look good because it was like, man, this person went through all of this. How about I help them along their journey? And then a lot of times people think that it's only their external challenges and obstacles they went through, but sometimes it can be internal. One of my students, she didn't have one of those type of stories when you looked at all the external things, nice home environment, everything was great. But one thing that she had challenges with is that she got down on herself when she didn't get that A. She would have a lot of stress and anxiety, and she put so much pressure on herself. One of the things that she did to overcome those challenges was that she learned about mental health strategies. And she also got into yoga. And then that was her outlet. And so I'll talk about that a little later because there are other scholarships that you can apply for that don't even require essays. That's your rags to riches. Your number 2 is your impact/leadership essay. What type of impact do you plan on making individually in your community? What type of impact do you plan on making? What type of mark do you plan on making in this world? / what type of leadership have you had to contribute to that impact? explain different ways where you've been a leader or you've shown leadership. Now, the number 3 is, what will you do with the money essay? Now, I know that's long, but what will you do with the money? People who are going to give you the money, they want to know, if we give you this money, what do you plan on doing? For prime example, let's say you're a biology student. There are other expenses that other majors might not have, such as you have to buy lab coats, or you have to buy equipment for the science lab. You have to buy all these external things that end up piling up to add on to your tuition and fees. But if you explain in the essay, it's just like, if I was granted this money, then I won't have to borrow my friend's lab coat. I won't have to borrow lab equipment. I won't have to get used books that have been tore up or beaten down. I can actually get new stuff that I can use that'll help me be able to have my own things and continue. And then the 4th one is, what do you want to do with your career or in your major? And you can kind of say, what kind of impact will you have in your career or your major? And then once you have that, then how are you going to change the things? And the last one is what I call the wildcard essay. Your wildcard essay is usually catered toward a current event. What type of current event is everybody talking about? A lot of people are talking about this recession. How is the recession affecting you, your industry, your field of study? How is it affecting it? Are the cost of goods going up if you're in a certain field? Or, for example, a couple of years ago, there was a war going on. How is that war affecting what you have? Let's say you're in the food services industry, because we get a lot of agriculture and a lot of foods that are shipped from one country over here. Now the price of your food for your restaurant is going up, or the lag time, for example. Or a couple of years ago, everybody was talking about COVID and quarantine, and how was that change in your industry based on that? When you have those 5 essays available, you upload them to Google Drive or iCloud. And now when you get the essays, and I'll tell you where to find the scholarships in a second, but when you have them, now guess what? Most of the bulk work is already done. Now all you do is either use one or a combination of those essays to craft your essay. You can just copy and paste, tweak it, because now all the hard work is already done. And now if you have those essays readily available, I ask the students, if you have the essays available and the scholarship applications, the scholarships are finding you instead of you having to go search for the scholarships. And guess what? Do you think you could do 2 scholarships a day? Everybody's hands go up. And so I say, okay, well, look, if it's December 1st, right? I said, if you do 2 scholarships a day by February 1st, that's 120 scholarships you've now applied for. And then the light bulb goes off and they're like, wow. Because most students get burned out after 10 or 20 scholarships and they think that their money's just going to come rolling in. But everyone that I've worked with, if they've applied for over 100 scholarships, everybody I've worked with has gotten scholarships after applying for 100 qualified scholarships. And I've been doing this for over 15 years. And everybody that's done at least 100 scholarships, and they don't stop there usually, but the magic number is everything over 100. The last part of scholarships I want to say is where to find them. Different resources. You have Scholly, you have Scholarship Owl, and Scholly was founded by Christopher Gray. I'm not sure if you heard of him, but Christopher Gray was on Shark Tank. Yes. A lot of people don't know is that his senior year in high school, he was homeless, part of his senior year in high school. He knew that his only ticket out of that situation was to go to school. But he ended up getting $1.3 million in scholarships to go to school. And then when he got to school, he met with some partners and created Scholly, a software as a service company. And now it was somebody that knew how to find scholarships, how to get scholarships, and created for people who are searching for scholarships. That has gone through both ends of the spectrum, that understands it. And that's why I always push Scholly, Scholarship Owl, and there are a couple other sources. But once all the scholarships are coming to you, guess what? Now you don't have to go out searching for them. You have all the detailed information, scholarships finding you, you have your essays, and you have your methodology of how you're going to apply for them. Once you do that, guess what? Now you just continue the habit and then wait. You do it, you're not going to get instant gratification. You have to do the work, wait, and then the money's going to start coming in. And that's how you get scholarships.
Are those applications, are they free or do you have to pay for them?
Scholarship Owl has a free version where it'll list out all the scholarships for you. If you do the paid version, they'll do like a one-click apply, but the students can still on the free version see all of the scholarships available to them. And what they'll do is sometimes they'll just copy the link, put them in an Excel spreadsheet, and then paste the names of those scholarships in Google, take you right to the site, and then it'll show them. And here's another tip. I tell students, go look on the website of the donors or the organization. Look at their about section. Look what they're about, because they have certain beliefs and values that they hold as an organization. And guess what? If your essay is in line or tying in with their values and beliefs, guess what? Now it increases your chances for them to at least hear you out. Because let's say that somebody had the values of animal protection, and then your essay is not talking about that. Then the beliefs and values are misaligned. But then if it's the other way around, then guess what? They're going to want to pay attention to what you're saying because you hold the same values.